Hello everybody and welcome to part 4 of my Final Fantasy IV Let's Play / walkthrough. My name is Momo and let's get into the game. When we last left our intrepid heroes, we were midway through the underground waterway. We just rested, so all our stats are at full and we can move on. Right, first thing you'll notice, again with this spooky dungeon theme, right, we've got an ice rod. Now this is a really nice piece of equipment here. We're going to put it on Redia, seeing as Tella's magic is pretty high as it is, so he doesn't need it. And we're also going to give Tella the rod. It lowers his attack, but it also gives him an offensive option rather than just burning through his already pathetically low magic MP stat. Excuse me. Let's just follow the path over here, not much to see. Has Cecil attack. Should take care of that. Redia now has to use the ice rod, so you have to reselect it if you've been auto battling your way through this. Again, the amoebas aren't going to die unless you single cast a thunder on them, because they've got that much HP, and even then it's not a sure thing that they're going to die. There we go, that one did it. Again with the damage variance, I don't understand this. I really don't. Why is it one attack will do so much damage and the other is like just barely cracks 100? Go to the right first because there's some treasure chest down here. 580 gil as before. Gil always works. And a bomb fragment just basically casts the fire spell on all enemies. Pretty simple, pretty basic, don't really need it. Let's go all the way to the left here and through the wall. Now these red flans are a bit of a problem. They're red mooses, excuse me. Now flan type enemies won't take damage from normal attacks. You'll see when Cecil attacked, he did 1 damage. Magic damage is the only thing that hurts these guys. And the color of the flan generally tells you what element to use against it. If it's red, use fire. If it's yellow, use lightning. You get the gist of it. Not necessary to go through here. Okay, and now you find a potion back there. Potions, pretty basic items, nothing to be said much. And you can see there's a chest leering at us over there, so let's try and get it. If these monsters will let up. Of note, killerfish are also weak to thunder, but I don't think it's really necessary to be wasting MP on these basic enemies. Just use the rods. Yeah, it's going to take you a bit longer, but we need to try and conserve MP. Neither of our mages have a really impressive MP stat at the moment. At least they give a decent amount of MP, I guess. So we're going to go back into the secret passageway. You can speed these up, again, if you want to, by using magic spells. Redia's thunder will work fine, as will Tella's, but again, I don't really see the necessity of it. They have such low MP and the spells are a bit too expensive for us to be using right now. So now if you follow this passageway up, down, right, you'll just have to feel your way through it. There isn't a concrete way to guide you. We have a feathered cap. Let's put this one on Redia as well. It's slightly better than her leather cap, which we'll give to Tella now. Back through here, and that's pretty much this area covered, so now we just gotta go through this. Again, just use thunder on the amoebas. It's the only thing that's gonna work. Otherwise you're gonna find yourself sitting in this battle forever because these amoebas do not die. Also, make sure that you don't want to be throwing thunders at the wrong enemies, so make sure that Tella is targeting these amoebas when you're using the thunder. Well, Cecil got a critical hit there, so that killed that amoeba for me. And into the next area we go. Okay, now of note here, these toads are actually not weak to thunder, they're weak to ice, which means Redia's ice rod is really going to be your go-to option to kill these things very fast. Check it out, 72 as opposed to the 30 and 20 we've been getting all this time. So obviously you can use the blizzard spell as well. The only thing to note here is that these toads can sometimes cast, well, toad, which is going to cause a bit of a problem for you because toads, your defense really drops and it's not a nice status effect to be under. these tiny mages can really put a bit of a whammy on you guys because they cast magic spells, which they're using the low tiers, but at this point, anything that does about 50 damage is dangerous to us. But again, they really die easily. They're not very powerful. Thank goodness. I mean, his MP isn't all that great to begin with, so we don't need to be... Ah, damn, no! So it seems like they've got a bit of a counter system where they're going to counter magic with osmose and physical attacks with hold. Makes them a bit annoying. Come on, really? I do not want this battle to last forever, guys. Come on. Okay, that one died. And they keep missing because they're in the back row. It's a thing, guys. Okay, well, at least Cecil's back up so we can actually do some damage. Really? Really? You just have to tap it with your stick and it'll die. Come on. There we go. That's how you do it. Alright, so of note, we need to have Cecil attack these guys first. Here we have an Ether. Will come in handy. We've got 2 mage characters. We're running Antarctic Wind is the Blizzard spell. Not of much use, really. Unless you come up against a couple of Flans, I suppose. But again, not really necessary. Bronze Hourglass, we've explained this. And Shadowblade. Alright, this is awesome. As you can see, Cecil attack, it's gonna jump up. So you shouldn't have any problem dispatching a lot of the more difficult enemies that take more than one whack to die. Okay, so Tella's given us the sage advice. See what I did there? Sage advice to use a 10, but I don't think it's really necessary right now. We've got ethers for backup in MP if we need it. But we will save our game, as always. We need to make sure that we are prepared for every contingency. In this area, all you gotta do is just walk down and you'll immediately drop down this waterfall. Really cool animation going down. Right, back in the underground fall. These alligators, like similar to the toads, they are weak to ice damage. So, Rydia's Ice Rod is really gonna do wonders down here. Check out that damage. Silver apples, this is a really rare drop. Let's have a look at this actually. As you can see, it increases max HP by 50. Now obviously when you start maxing your levels, your stats are set. So silver apples kind of offset this penalty somewhat. So it's a good item to have, but again, not necessarily something that you need. To deal with zombies, just have Rydia Cruz cast Cure, while Tella does the same with Fire. That should be more than enough to take out these guys. Well, several rounds of it will take them out. Honestly, the fact that Cecil can't hurt these enemies because he's using a dark elemental weapon is some serious BS. On the plus side, they do give quite a bit of experience at the end of it, so it kinda mitigates that a bit. Hades Helm, Hades Gloves. I love this dark theme that they've got with Cecil's stuff. Also note, you can just optimize and it'll put the right stuff on. No biggie. We know that it's going to be an upgrade from what Cecil has. At the moment, the game isn't really throwing any dilemmas at us with regards to equipment. So, yeah. Hades Armor and Hermes Sandals. Hermes Sandals is actually a very good item. What it does is it casts haste on one character. Haste is probably one of the best buffs that you can have in a game. But here we go. We have a actual bloody boss battle now. Unlike the Mist Dragon. Immediately turn your auto battle off. We need to be doing things properly here. Cecil's going to be attacking normally, while Rydia is actually going to be summoning the Chocobo. Now, the Octomammoth is weak to the Thunder element. However, you'll find that Chocobo has a much higher power stat. So it's going to be doing a lot more damage than had you cast Thunder. You can see she's even out damaging Tella despite her inferior intelligence rating. As you'll notice, as we're knocking this thing here, every now and again a couple of his tentacles disappear. That's pretty much a gauge of how much HP this guy has left. However, you'll also notice that as he does this, his attacks are going to get more and more powerful. If you find your HP is getting a bit too low, you can also use Stella to just drop a quick Cura to heal things. Like, I'm gonna actually do that right now, because Redia's HP is pretty low, and like I said before, his attacks are only gonna get more and more powerful as his tentacles get less and less. But this isn't really a bad boss battle either. The only thing to really watch out for is Redia's MP, but you should have more than enough to get you through this. Oh shit. Didn't mean to do that, we were already at full HP. There we go. That was pretty simple and straightforward. And here we have it. That's that dungeon complete. I should have actually done that at one complete video, but I don't know why. Let's just save before we do anything else. Right, another thing to do is Tella's going to be leaving us pretty soon, so let's get all of his equipment off. We can sell it, we can use it for other people, because he's certainly not going to be needing it. Whoa, okay, scene. Are those the Red Wings? And yowzers, they just bombed that castle in all of 2 seconds. Wow. Danger, you can just hear from that music, it's dangerous. Okay, before we enter this castle, take one step down and let's move all the way here. Keep hugging this wall and we have the treasury. Okay, to get to the treasures, I'm trying to remember how to do this part. Oh, yeah, you just let that guy. You speak to him and he'll disappear. Let's go up through here. Just find the right spot in the walls to walk through. Feathered cap and a crossbow. And a ruby ring. None of these items are very good, not necessary at this moment. We'll check them out later. And if we go down here, you'll find an antidote, a potion, eye drops, gold needles, phoenix down. What's this last one? Ether. Perfect. Great items. You'll find holy arrows in that pot, and I think this one has another set as well. And here we've got iron arrows. So pretty good loot. It's actually faster to just do this and then re-enter the castle. Head all the way north. There really isn't much to see here. As you can, it's pretty much in ruins, so it's of no use to anybody. There is a chest here with a tent. That's about it. That's Damcyan Castle, guys. Whoa! Da-da-da-da. And here it comes. Here it comes, the most iconic line in this entire game. Here we go. You spoony bud! Guys, if you don't know that line, you are not a Final Fantasy player. I mean it, that is possibly one of the most iconic lines in this entire series. Probably because it makes absolutely no sense, but hey, whatever. It's still iconic. I mean, let's take a lot of music, like Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. I personally don't like the song, but I mean, it's iconic for a reason. It's the most iconic song of the 80s, so whatever. I understand. Okay, so now this whole sequence is pretty sentimental and stuff, but you learn about this man named Golbez. That's the most important bit of information gleaned from this entire sequence. So his powers are beyond words, so if you don't know he's the baddie by now, I mean, you need to start looking at your inference skills, son. Whew. So Anna pushed this guy out of the way to save his life. Okay. There we go. So it looks like Anna has died. Is it Anna or Anna? You know, Frozen really complicates matters. Wow, okay. A little bit of information here. You know, I actually agree with Tella here. I mean, okay, it's not easy to lose someone you love. I don't want to get into that right now. It can never be easy, but wow, I think Tella's reaction to this is even worse. Did Tella just slap us? Did he just slap us? Okay, so we got bitch slapped by an old man, but that's okay, I suppose. And here's Eddie crying again. That's it, really. You tell him. I disagree with this. I really do disagree with this. Grown-ups cry, okay? Grown-ups can cry. It's not a bad thing. This is some serious snow shit from Final Fantasy 13. Give it to him, Cecil. Ow! Nice! Okay. How is it that Edward knows this? He's known Cecil for all of what, 2 minutes at the most? And half of that was him getting wailed on by an old man? But okay. Okay, so the antlion makes a sandfall, kind of like oysters do. It's actually just a grain of sand that irritates the oyster. So we traded Intella for this wimp. Okay, well, I suppose we'll have to check him out in the screen right now, in the menu. Maybe he's not just that bad. Maybe? Possibly. Oh, what happened to Anna? How is it all the other dead bodies just stay there, but Anna vanishes? Bullshit, but whatever. It's good. We'll go with it. Okay, if you press the X button, you'll get out of the hovercraft. And let's have a look at our new character. Again, he seems like a wimp, so I'm going to be putting him where Tella was, in the back row, so he doesn't take too much damage. Okay, so he's got decent speed, but his intelligence and spirit are average, and that strength stat is the same as Redia. You mean to tell me this guy hits like a little girl? Okay, he's a few levels lower than her, but I mean really. Okay, so he seems to equip harps and just clothing kind of stuff, not a big problem. And for abilities, he's got Bard Song. Sing a song to cause various status effects like sleep and confuse. Look, I'm going to be honest here. In the DS version of the game, Bard Song was actually decent because you could choose what you wanted it to do. And there was actually some good options like Haste March or Life's Anthem. But in this game, they seem to have forgotten all of that. So Bard Song is useless, guys. You never use it. Salve. Use a healing item on all allies at the same time. This would be good, except that if you use a potion, it's going to divide 100 by 3, so you're only going to heal about 30 HP per person, which, again, I don't see the use of this ability. Maybe with higher tier items it's good, but right now, nah. Hide is probably the worst ability ever. The only time I can see it using is in, like, high-level super boss strategies, but you're never going to use Edward for those, guys. You are never going to use Edward for that. Okay, I may as well be honest, you could use Edward for those because apparently Edward works like a Onion Knight in that he's got the worst stats in the game at low levels, but once you get him to level 90, this guy's stats skyrocket and he becomes the most powerful character in the game. I don't see it, guys, but I really don't think it's worth it to the time and energy to grind to that far, but whatever. I suppose it works. And that's all I got for you guys today. So I'll see you guys next time when we actually go and get that damn sample with our new guy Edward. So until next time, see you guys later. And if you haven't already, please feel free to hit the subscribe button to get notified about the next installment of the videos, and leave a like and comment if you want to. And until next time, bye!